Yo, what up? My name is T.O. Just my first and last initial, but just call me that, it's fine. So, I'm gonna talk about the day is, why is it so hard to make friends here in Las Vegas, Nevada? I'm gonna cut to the point. So, one is, people involved in a rat race. They get up, go to work, pay their bills, get up, go to work, pay their bills, and all they worry about is tomorrow living. So they get up, and then they go to work, and then they pay their expenses. So 95, and every day repeats over and over. So there's not much like socialization there going on. The only time you meet people is when you're at work, or you go to the casino or nightclubs, or any other like churches, social events, anything that people do for fun where they hang out with families or friends. Yeah, you can make friends that way through those things. But other than that, people here seems to just go to work, wake up, pay their bills. Every day it's always the same rat race. Yeah, that's the first reason here. Two, if you ask anybody who live here long enough, is 99% of the people that live here don't have any friends. For the reason that I mentioned above is the rat race is one of them. And then two, it's so hot out here. It's like 100 degrees every day, from April all the way to the end of September. So 6 months straight, it's always hot. And when people get off of work, they tend to go straight to home and sleep, or they tend to stay away from like the social event, because it's not a good idea to hang out with people at 100 degrees. Even if you're inside of a building, it's gonna get hot when you come out and when you go to your car. Yeah, that's the thing that I tend to notice when I live here. If you ask anybody that lives here 5, 6 years, 10 years, even 20 years, chances are they don't have any friends. All they do is get up, go to work, pay their bills, get up, go to work, pay their bills. They only care about is money. Making friends is like last option. Or they only care about paying off their expenses. And then being with a friend is like the last option. It's the last thing they have in their life. That is the only last option, put it that way. It's not like in high school. When you're in high school, you got different events, you got social clubs, you got anything you wanted there. Cause it's always easier to make friends when you're in high school, because like you always see your classmate, you always sit next to somebody in a cafeteria, lunch, breakfast, dinner. And then when you go to PT, for some of you that choose PT, yeah, you see the same people over and over, right? Now, you don't have to take PT, you can just take OTC and meet the same requirement. So I chose JROTC for 2 years. And I see the same people, and it's easy for me to go, hey, what's up, man? My name is such and such. I can just make friends just like that. But after high school, it's tough, man. When I went to college, I was sitting in an auditorium? Yeah, I think it's called auditorium. It's a big old classroom. It's filled with 300 students in there. And during the regular day, they would disappear. Like 90% of them would disappear. And the only time they show up back is when you get like midterm exam, final exam, quizzes, or any kind of pop-up test. That's when people come back in like, God, man, what happened to y'all? Where did you go during the regular day? But it's harder to make friends in college, because for the same reason that I just mentioned, the rat race. When they get out of class, they go straight to work. There's like, I don't have time to hang out. I got a job to go to. And that's one thing. And then another thing is, whenever people marry, even if you have friends, let's say I have like guys friends, like homies, chances are if they get married, they go, nah, I don't have time to hang out with you, because I have family, I got kids to take care of. We're not gonna sit down and drink beer like we used to do in high school. You can't drink beer in high school. That's a joke. But anyway, it's not like after high school, you know, you can just drink beer, hang out. Like my brother, I have a brother, we used to live like back to back. The front house is me and my mom, and then the back house used to be my brother and his wife. He has like 4 kids. Every day, like when he get off work, he would bring all his friends in and they would sing karaoke. They would have barbecue, beer, alcohol. They do everything. They did everything in the backyard. And some night they even turn up the music so loud, you know, the karaoke. People would hear it, and but you know, on Saturday and Sunday, the police can't do anything about it because, you know, it's party time. But in high school, like I said, going back to high school, right? It's easier to meet friends because you got like all these clubs. I'm Cambodian. I'm 100% Cambodian. So you have like Chinese club, Hmong club, Filipino club, Cambodian club. You even had clubs like the nerdy club, like all the smart nerdy people hang out. And then you even have the valedictorian student hang out in one big old pot. So after high school, we don't have any of that. There's no social event. There's no club organization to like bring people together. But in high school, it's easy for me to make friends. Yeah, I got like couples, but once I left high school, I tend to be alone. Until I joined the army. When I listed in the army, it's easy for me to make friends as well. You know, I can just get their roster number. Every company has a roster. That's include from the captain, first sergeant, platoon sergeant, everybody in the company, and what squad they assigned to. Just get the roster number, and then you can just chit chat. But after I left active duty, I said, forget it, man. Those guys, they're not gonna talk to you. For whatever reason, is when you try to go back to active duty on a base, those soldiers will sham you. I don't know why. It seems like I'm being, what's the correct term? Is it castrated or ostracized? It's when they don't want to talk to you no more. I think it's ostracized. Anyway, so what I tend to notice now is even my co-worker, like I just left the VA in December 2020 at the end of this past year. So I quit VA and I went back to Cali for 5 months and then I came back. But during my time with the VA, what I tend to notice is that people work on their own assignment. They don't seem to like socialize at all. Even if like you ask people for questions to help out on your work scope of duty or your job function, people tend to like just work on their own. They'll just say, oh, you know, you need help, go talk to the supervisor or the lead tech, because they know more than anybody else in there. But you know, that's not making fun, because if you don't socialize, you're not gonna solve anything, man. You know, all you do is just take it up to the chain of command, push it higher to the lead tech or the supervisor. There's no socialization. There's no like trying to get to know people. It makes it hard and difficult to communicate. Anyway, so if you're feeling lonely and you don't have any friends living in Las Vegas, you're not alone. It's like 99% of other people are going through the same thing. Here in Vegas, that's what I seem to notice. But if you go to LA, I'm pretty sure it's easy for you to make friends, because there's lots of people over there. It's very multi-diversity or multicultural diverse. So if you're Asian, there's a whole bunch of Asian out there in Las Vegas. I mean, in Los Angeles. Not just Los Angeles, but everywhere in California. If you're Hispanic, yeah, there's a lot of Hispanic in Cali too. If you're white, yeah, there's a lot of people of that origin that you wanted to meet up. So what I'm trying to say is, here in Vegas, it's hard to make friends. And you're not the only one that don't have friends, you know. Because people tend to care for themselves and not making friends. They only worry about the rat race. That's as far as I see it. Like, after high school, I wish somebody would tell me this. But I wish there's a class, it's like a class prep or a class where you take before you graduate from high school. Said, hey, when you get out of high school, you got to fend for yourself, look out for yourself, because after this, there'll be no more friendship. It's hard to make friends, period. They go their own way, they get married, have family, they run a business. People tend to be alone, guarantee you. But that's something that I never knew until I graduated from high school. Anyway, that's just my comment, my video for today. I'm out.